first time we've been doing all this. Uh-oh, they told me that I was muted the entire time on the call. So, but anyway, I want to say welcome to everyone. I'll start over. Welcome everybody who's on the call from all around the world. As I was mentioning while I was muted, that we're actually broadcasting, and I don't know how many languages right now. I would estimate over 40 different languages somebody's translating this call somewhere around the world. And if you see me speaking a little slow, it's because I want to be kind to my translators. We've got connection points on different Zooms, different Facebooks all around the world that are dedicated just to a particular language. So I want to say congratulations to all of you who are here. Many of you who are here today, you're guests, and some of you are here, you don't even know why you're here. Someone just told you you probably should get on a conference call or a Zoom call or a Facebook Live call. And today we're going to talk to you about a story. We're going to talk to you about innovation. We're going to talk to you about creating the future. We're going to talk to you about you, your future, your financial future, your family, and what's most important to you. You saw a couple of the videos that actually started, and hopefully you guys can hear me now. Somebody's saying we cannot hear you. You can hear me, good. But you saw a couple of the videos that were playing prior to. The first video was actually just a couple months ago, where we actually launched in Las Vegas, and that was the launch of our company called iBoomerang. The second video obviously was an intro video of myself introducing me to this call, so that some of you can know just a little bit about me. I don't want to go into my story, my history, because today is going to be about our superstars that we have. We've got some people that are actually on the call, and we're waiting for another one to be able to join on this panel here, that we really want you to hear from, because those are the people who've actually made this company a huge success in just such a short period of time. But I want to share with you why this call and why this company even started. I've been in the industry of network marketing for 29 years. My wife and I started, I tell people we were 3 years old. But 29 years ago was when we started this journey of network marketing. And starting this journey, we saw a vision, and we saw a concept that was foreign to us, something that we had never, ever seen before. And I remember looking at it, thinking that my life was going to be different for the rest of my life. I will never forget when I walked into that presentation and walked out, I was so angry at my parents, because I'm thinking, why did they never tell me about network marketing? Because if they had told me, I probably would not have gone to college and spent all of that time chasing an engineering degree. But I'm glad that I actually did both. But what happened is, what I thought was going to take place didn't take place. I thought I would be an immediate success. I thought that I would become very, very wealthy within my first year in the company. And after 7 long years, I had never made more than $500 in any 1 month, ever. I had totaled about 49 people in my organization after 7 years, and just really didn't have the financial success that I was looking for. And I'm so grateful for it. And I believe those 7 years of trying times, what I call financial failure or practice, is the reason that you should probably listen here. It's not about the 45 plus millionaires that have been created through systems and opportunities that I've made available. It's really about being able to understand both the huge successes that I've had over the years, but also the starting point of where I was, and then everything in between. Because many of you, the majority of the people, and there's thousands upon thousands that are actually listening in right now, many of you were probably just like me, hoping, praying, wishing, why didn't it happen for me? Or when can it happen for me? And then why is it happening to them and not happening for me? And after 29 years of success and realizing that the majority of what I saw in this industry was old, it was taxi cab age, it was Blockbuster, it was all of the things that everybody was used to. But what I didn't see is I didn't see anybody who wanted to take network marketing into the future that I had envisioned. There's a lot of great companies out there, and I applaud, and I'm an ambassador for all of them. But what I realized is that I wanted a company that was designed for the people who was like me the first 7 years that I was in network marketing. And so an idea came to me later on. 5 years ago, I was looking for the solution. I knew exactly what I wanted distributors and ambassadors to experience. I knew that I wanted to remove the difficulties of selling. I wanted to remove the arduous task of being able to sell and convince people to buy products and services that you don't even know much about. I wanted to remove all of that, and I wanted to accelerate the concept of customer acquisition so that distributors around the world could actually start seeing some success immediately. Never wanted to promise riches or anything of that nature, but that was the biggest challenge. And for 5 years, I was on that quest, and nothing happened until a piece of technology fell into my hand by one of my good friends who's going to be on this call here. And once I found the technology, what we did is we decided to take this piece of technology and build all of our technology around the dream that I had 5 years ago. And what has happened, ladies and gentlemen, is we've been very fortunate and very blessed that we've been aligned with some great corporate teams. We've been aligned with some incredible ambassadors, some people who come out of the woodwork, a huge supporting cast to make our company one of the most talked about companies, not only in America, but right now in 164 countries around the world. And it's not all about me. I didn't do it. I had a vision, but there were some people who came around who became ambassadors that I want to introduce to you right now, who made this happen. And we've got a telecast here, and I want those guys to unmute their calls because I'm going to call on them and introduce them. And I'll give a little bit of their backgrounds before we actually get started. And hopefully all of them have their cameras available because we'd love for you to see their pretty smiling faces. But the first person that I love to introduce on this call here is a gentleman by the name of Edwin Haynes, Edwin and Andrea Haynes. And I don't know if we have both of them, but maybe we have Edwin Haynes here. Edwin Haynes is our global master ambassador. This gentleman here, he and I have been aligned in network marketing for I don't know how many years. And I don't know if I see him okay, I see him there on the call. Okay, great. There we go. But he and I have been aligned from as best friends for so long in this industry. Probably have the longest tenure of experience with Edwin Haynes than anybody else. He's the first person that I had the privilege of learning how to create a system, whereas he became the first millionaire. This was years and years and years ago. And since then, he's become our global master ambassador. He's built organizations all over the world, earned tens of millions of dollars in this industry. But if you knew him in the very beginning, we said that this was the type of guy who was so shy he couldn't lead silent prayer in church. And but today, his leadership skills are all over the world. He's one of the highest, most in-demand leaders in the network marketing industry. Very proud to have him on our call. So that's Edwin Haynes. The next person I want to introduce to you is someone that I had a chance to coach and mentor for so long. He was not even a part of my organization at all as a distributor. He and his wife, and I'm talking right now about Jose Luis Rivas and Maylin, but we became the best of friends as well. I mean, we had a great relationship, and I found myself treating him and talking to him and coaching him just as much or more than I would even coach people that was in my organization before. But he comes from Mexico, is where his family is from, Jose Luis Rivas and Maylin. Three children that are absolutely incredible kids. And I've watched him grow into this industry of network marketing. Had a story similar to mine. It never really made money until he got involved in a system that we created. And this gentleman here became a multi-millionaire in the network marketing industry, leads teams all over the entire world. And I'm not talking about just millionaire status to impress you. I'm saying where they really came from and also what they've been able to achieve and attract. He's a blue diamond with iBoomerang and has a team I can tell you he's got customers in over 100 plus countries right now in just a short period of time. Glad to have him on the call as well, and I'm going to get to everybody else in a second. I want to introduce you to two of my favorite people in the world. This is, I call him Mr. Reliable. If you ever had people that always brings a solution to the table, always has a big smile on their face, and as a couple are always looking to give, and that is no other than Peter and Karen Hirsch. Peter Hirsch is actually a multi-level marketing attorney. He's one of the best in the industry. And this is a unique situation, whereas I very seldom have seen an MLM attorney who actually has joined a network marketing company and put their law practice on hold. Peter was also a pastor of one of the largest churches in America. And he's just a real big giver. Not only is he and Karen major givers, But Peter Hirsch serves also as the chief giving officer of the Boom Foundation, which is a charity that that goes alongside iBoomerang, that has up to this date. I'll let Peter tell you a little bit about what we've done with that charity. And Karen Hirsch, Karen has actually consulted for several network marketing companies. She has produced her own soft skills program. And if you ever looked at a soft skills course that she's developed, it's one of the best in the entire world, one of the most coveted courses that's out there. She is, just very, very hands-on when it comes to this business, and so solution-oriented. And so glad to have them as Blue Diamonds here. And also, titles to them don't mean anything. You can't really put one title on them. So I'm so glad to have them as a part of iBoomerang, as part of this call as well. I want to introduce you to also another gentleman that I am extremely proud of. This gentleman here, I met him when he was in his early 20s. A guy who struggled in network marketing. I don't think he had ever made more than about $300 or $400 a month. And I never forget, one day he came to an event. We told him, hey, listen, Cesar Munoz, you need to get over here to an event. And he came to Dallas, Texas, and he was laughing his way there, thinking that these events were for everyone else. And he and his good buddy Carlos actually came. And when Cesar Munoz showed up at that event, he changed and became a completely different person. He has an engineering degree, and after that event, he was making more money per probably every 2 days than he was making in a month at his engineering firm. And he retired at the early age of 20-something years old, maybe 24, 25 or something like that. He's earned millions of dollars in this industry. But he's not what we call one of these network marketing professionals that's been in 15 different opportunities where he's been successful. He's really made his success within the system that you're going to hear about today. And so Cesar Munoz, I want to say congratulations. Thank you for being a part of this call. Thank you also for being a Blue Diamond. And last but not least, I want to introduce you to one of my best friends in the world. This is a gentleman or a couple that I heard about when I first started to have success in the industry back in 2000. And I used to hear about this guy named Johnny and Crystal Wembry. And I never forget hearing about this guy who first time ever in network marketing in 90 days had over 90 days had made over $100,000 in network marketing. And I'm wondering, who is this guy? Because he was similar to my age and I was very competitive. I'm like, I got to find this guy because I'm going to make more than he made. And I never actually saw him in that company. Right towards the end of another opportunity, we actually became great friends. We partnered up, and we have been the best of friends since then. And I can tell you one thing, this guy here and his wife comes with so much experience. They both, outside of just being best friends, they have been family members to my family. And they have built an organization, not only through the network marketing where they've earned tens of millions of dollars, but they're both accomplished authors. Johnny has a best-selling book as well that's called From the Hood to Doing Good. If you heard his background and see where he is now, you'd be very, very excited. He's one of the most sought-after motivational speakers. He's a speaker trainer. He's built several companies and businesses that he still has to this day, of coaching people all over the entire world of how to actually have increase. And so I'm so excited to have Johnny and Crystal Wembry as a part. They're actually brand new to iBoomerang. And last month, they achieved the rank of Blue Diamond in our company, which represents about $500,000 worth of business volume. And they did way more than that last month in iBoomerang. So Johnny Wembry, I want to say welcome to our call, and thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go rapid fire, and I'm not going to go in any particular order whatsoever when it comes to this presentation, but all of you are actually participants in this presentation. And what we'd like to have is, if I call on someone, if everybody else, maybe if you mute your call, then what will be able to happen is that person who's speaking will be able to show up so people can see their face. But if you've got some noise in the background, what will happen is your screen will show up, and if your video is not there, we'll just hear them and not see them. So whoever will be speaking, if everybody else could be on mute at that time or have zero background noise so that we can see those beautiful faces that all of you have. But anyway, let's jump right on in here. Guys, iBoomerang, we've got an audience here, people all over the world. and thousands in different languages, as we mentioned, all over the world, looking right now for a great opportunity. And I want to start this off with Peter Hirsch, because Peter and Karen was instrumental in making this happen. If it hadn't been for Peter Hirsch, this company would not exist. And so, Peter, I'd love for you to come on real quick. And I want you to share, because most people, when they look at iBoomerang, they think, well, what is it? And does it really work? I want you to tell people a little bit about our technology that we have called Boomerang, and how does that play in the travel industry? And both you and Karen, if you need to chime in on that, you can, but I'd like to turn the floor over to you and give an introduction to travel. Most people don't know how big it is. Most people don't know why our technology, why we can do what we do. So I want to turn it over to you if we can, and just welcome you to the call and have you share on that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Buggs. This company and this friendship and the unity among this team means so much to us. And I have to say, I will answer your question. I really will. But I have never been involved with a company and a vision like yours that so clearly is going to redefine an entire industry, if not more than one industry. So thank you for your vision. And in the explanation, you'll hear me use words like monetize savings. That's a concept I had never even considered until one ride with you. So Holton Buggs, what I like to share with people is that products don't make people wealthy, and compensation plans don't make people wealthy, but vision and leadership does. And that's why we are so fortunate at iBoomerang to have Holton Buggs as our CEO and visionary. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it. Peter, I'd like for you to dive a little bit more into, when you talk about monetizing savings. We've got a technology called Boomerang, and I want you to explain to the people who are here, how does Boomerang actually work? Because you introduced it to me, and how does it actually work, and how do people benefit from this particular concept? If you can take a minute and just really explain that, because a lot of people here, they have no idea what it is that we do. But I want you to explain, how does the Boomerang concept work, and why is it significant? And it's the first of its kind in network marketing. An
Okay, I'm so excited about this. So travel, as just a few sentences, is already an $8 trillion industry. I mean, those are numbers we don't really talk about unless we're talking about the national debt. That it's mind-boggling. And yet, people don't realize that virtually all of the sites that we check when people are booking their bucket list vacation, and we know everybody's searching between 10 and 20 websites, they're really only searching 2. They may have different color schemes, different verbiage to attract different demographics, but there are 2 companies that virtually, we can't say monopolize, I guess it's duopolize the entire industry. Expedia Group and Booking Holdings owns virtually every one of those search engines that we go to on a regular basis. So the question is, how, like every other industry, can we get behind the curtain? How do we get wholesale pricing? So this technology allows us to get behind the curtain pricing. And then this was the idea that I had never considered, that I appreciate you giving me any of the credit, but it was all you, okay? And you asked a question, can we share those savings? So let me give an example. Let's say there's an all-inclusive vacation to Cancun that is available on all of those travel websites, Expedia, et cetera, all those websites for $4,000. And you search and you know that that trip is $4,000. It's the best you're gonna do. Well, for example, and this happens all the time, on your iGo platform, which is short for I Go for Less. It's the first vertical in travel that iBoomerang is offering that exact trip, same room, same date, same hotel, maybe $2,000. That's for ambassadors, those involved with the business. But Holton, what you came up with is the idea for ambassadors to be able to share savings by tossing a boomerang. And what does a boomerang do? When you toss a boomerang, it comes back. If it doesn't come back, it's not a boomerang, it's a stick. So when you toss the boomerang, we're tossing out goodwill, and we're tossing out goodwill in the form of travel savings. So when we do that, when we share our savings or share a boomerang with a customer, they won't see the retail price on those sites of $4,000, and they won't see the ambassador price of $2,000, but they'll see the savings right in the middle. In this case, they would see $3,000 for that exact trip, saving them $1,000. So is the customer happy? The customer's thrilled. You toss them a boomerang, you toss them goodwill, saving them $1,000. And of course, the boomerang comes back with travel savings bonuses to the ambassador who shared the boomerang and also up through the compensation plan. That's where we talk about the concept of monetizing savings that I had never thought of. And that concept is what is revolutionizing this industry.
Plus, an important point to make is those boomerangs are free. Customers are free. That is the huge shift in the whole model and key, because those are long-term customers. They get it for free. It's free to use. They save money every time they use it. That is an important piece to this whole business model, for sure.
Now, here's, I appreciate that explanation. And every time I hear it, I get really excited. It hasn't gotten stale because it is absolutely working. I want to switch gears now, and I want to go over to, let's go over to Cesar Munoz. I don't know where you are in the world, Cesar. I know every day it's always some new country, some new city, some new state. If you don't mind, I'd love for you to come on and share where you are. But I want you to share from the customer standpoint how simple it's been. And I want you to share what your experience was with customer longevity and previous opportunity, and what the customer longevity has been here, even though we haven't been here for a long time. I want you to share a little bit about what your distributors and new ambassadors who are part of this company, what are they feeling? What are they noticing that's unique and different about our boomerang with the customer experience?
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. Holton, for the opportunity to be here. It's a pleasure to be with all these gentlemen and ladies. I'm here right now in Querétaro, Mexico. We are here preparing everything to the event for Latin in the next weeks. First of all, congratulations everybody for being in this call. This is amazing. Have too many leaders, top leaders, not only in this company. Almost everybody that is in this call have previous success, and that's amazing because you are in an environment with winners, and that's what I love, to be with the people that is a winner, because the environment is very important. So I want to share a little my story. I'm 32 years old. I'm an industrial engineer. I graduated when I was 22 years old. When I graduated, I did a master I'm from Mexico. So at 24 years, I have my master, and I started in network marketing. In that time, I used to earn like $600-700 per month as an engineer in Mexico. So when I start in the network marketing, this is only my second company. The past company is the same company with Mr. Holton, the same environment, everything. So when I start network marketing, 7 months later, I start making 3 times more as in the network marketing that I used to do as an engineer. And at 26, I earned my first $1 million. And right now, this has been amazing. All this, I have 8 years in the industry. In February, I will be 9 years in this industry. So that has been amazing. So what I love iBoomerang, there is too many things, but the first thing is the environment. You know, because when you have an environment with the correct people, even though at the beginning you are the correct people, then you will be the correct people because you are in the environment with the correct people. So, but the question, to answer your question about the customers, really I feel very, very happy because for the first time in my career, I have 100%. When I end a call, a presentation, everybody want to join iBoomerang. Everybody. It doesn't matter as a customer or as a TSA, but I have 100%. For the first time in my career, I can ask in the public, how do you want to join? As a customer or as a TSA? That's how I close every presentation. There is 2 ways to be part of iBoomerang, as a customer or as a TSA. 100% of the people join the company as a customer or as a TSA, doesn't matter. But we are looking for both. We are looking for customers and we are looking for TSA. I remember when I started network marketing, sometimes I'm good doing presentation, but I'm not a good seller. So sometimes I say to people, you want to try the product? And some people tell me, oh, let me try because it's a little expensive. Let me try 1 month. And if I feel something, I call you back and I buy or sometimes they tell me, I don't have money today. Call me in 1 week, call me in 2 weeks, because, you know, in LATAM, the people buy products at a lower price. So they always look for the lower prices, okay? So right now, for first time, I always, in a presentation, I ask the same question. You want to participate as a customer or as a TSA? And 100% of the people join the company. What I love, the customer is free. The customer is free, okay? Our product almost all the time are the same or cheaper than in the market. So there is not any chance to lose a customer because they are free. We are given something. So sometimes when you say, I can give you a platform, they say, oh, thank you very much, because you are given something, they don't have to pay. So that when the customer is free, everybody wants to join at least as a customer. So what I really love is that the company is going to take care about the customers. So that happens too many times in my previous company, that we work too hard, we bring people, they sell the product, but when the people stop doing the business, they stop selling the product. So when they stop selling the product, the residual income go down. So right now, our residual income is not only for the TSA, that we get also a residual income, but our real residual income is for the customers. So the company is going to take care about the customers, and you do the work one time and you will get the pay every time in your life until the people stop travel, that I don't think so. And also we are bringing new services. So that's why I'm very happy. So that's what I think. When you have a platform for free, there is no choice to the people to say you no. There is no choice. Everybody in this call can join the company, and the first day has at least 10 customers. Everybody is, even though you don't have experience, even though you never sell nothing, because we are not selling nothing. The only we are telling the people is we have a platform with until 30% of discount. You can use it free, and I can send you the code. So everybody always told you, yes, I want the platform, let me try. And what is happening right now is that many customers join as a customers. They use the platform, they like the platform, and we sell the people, hey, you can send codes and you can earn money. Really? Yes, the same platform. Even though they never have experience in network marketing, they want to share the platform with his friends, and then they enjoy the company. So that is what's happening right now. I don't know if I answered the question, Mr. Fox.
No, you know what? I think more than answering the question, I think people can sense the genuine excitement that you're having while doing iBoomerang. And so thanks for that explanation. I'll be coming back to you as well. I want to reach out now to Edwin Haynes. Right here in my living room is he made a phone call to me. He didn't understand. He says, man, I don't get it. This was before we started the company. And I said, man, get on over here. Get on over here. And he came and sat right here in my living room. And I kind of stood right here where I was. And I was so excited. The information was, I just knew everybody understood my vision in the beginning. And I sat right here and explained to him, I said, Ed, there's some problems that we need to solve in this industry. And when I told him about the problems that was occurring in terms of how long customers stayed in network marketing, I told him about the number of threats that were here in the industry of network marketing, two industries that I believe threaten network marketing, and that we needed to change, or else we're going to get, I call it Netflixed, and that was how Netflix came and took over Blockbuster, and Blockbuster was just wondering what happened. And so I want to bring Edwin Haynes on because he was at the very beginning of this vision, has embraced it, and now he's spread this vision all over the world. And I want you to come and talk about the issues and a couple of the threats and the challenges that we have now solved with iBoomerang, issues that were in the network marketing industry that we have solved, that ambassadors and distributors no longer have to be concerned about from a consumer standpoint, from other industries that would threaten other big companies, e-commerce companies who've threatened our industry so much, and how we've solved those issues.
Absolutely, Mr. Buggs. Well, first of all, I want one of those shirts you have on. You represent him very well, and also I'm sitting in the captain's chair, which is your chair at your office. But anyway, thanks for putting this call together. It's extremely exciting to see what we have already accomplished in this short period of time. And you're right. When I had that call, I was debating. I didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't think you were thinking right at first when you said you wanted to start this company. I know you were excited, but you're right. I didn't catch the vision right away. I was doing my best to keep it quiet and always stay positive, as we always do. But I gave you that call, and just like the coach you are, hey man, come on over. Matter of fact, the words were, get your butt over here. So I ended up over there and catching the vision. And the bottom line, I do have it now, and I'm taking that vision around the world because we did encounter some of the challenges that most people are turning their heads to in this industry. And not only just our industry, but in business period, when you look at retail, one of the biggest challenges that we're seeing right now is the internet, as well as companies that have established themselves like Amazon.com. Even Walmart right now is trying to catch up with Amazon. Walmart is one of the biggest retail stories of the world, but now they're behind Amazon because of the way that they have been able to go out and sell products. And see, one of the things that we found and began to see was that we were in competition. We never thought in network marketing we would be in competition with a company like Amazon. But if you think about it, many people that came up with a physical product, their products are now found either on eBay or Amazon, and in many cases, less than what you can get it for at the wholesale price of your company. And so that's a huge disadvantage in this industry. And if a person or a company owner or whatever doesn't wake up, they're going to find themselves left behind. And one of the things I can tell you is this, Mr. Buggs, is I'm so proud that over our 2 decades of running, you have always been ahead of the curve. And that's what kept us profitable and kept us moving through this industry. And now we're not just going to meet the needs right now of the industry, but you're setting the trend of where things are going in the future for this industry. And looking at what we've been able to do. And hats off to Peter and Karen Hirsch for introducing us to the concept, because, you know, everybody travel. We already understand that. So we don't have to do a dissertation on what their product is. But when you can Uberize the travel industry from a wholesale standpoint, that in and of itself is light years ahead of what people are doing. You've always been fascinated with the Uber concept. And how in the world can someone mobilize millions of cars, but yet they own no cars? We were looking at, you know, how in the world can a company outsell hotel spaces, but yet they own no properties, Airbnb. And so they all did it with something that was a free or similar to a free concept. And I believe we've spoken some of the things that we have now into existence, because you've been saying, listen, what if we had something like that where we can participate in the industry? You've been trying to figure it out. And we started with that with the travel space. Because now, just like giving out Uber apps, which we're giving away or downloaded for free, people now can download or be able to utilize our technology for free, i.e. a boomerang, and get that boomerang as a customer. Now our customers, remember, our customers never pay 1 cent to get involved with us as a customer to utilize our product. You found a way to give away our technology. And that was a big difference in the industry, because typically we had to mark our prices up. We would go out there and get a product and we would talk about how great the water was, or how great the juice was, or how great the peels were, and how it came from the bottom of the 3rd river onto the 2nd river. And we did all of those sales pitches, but then we would charge the products 5 to 10 times higher just to satisfy the compensation plan. And the beautiful part about what we're doing now is our customers get involved and for free. And the only way that we make money from them is when they save money. That concept works. And so in other words, the person who gives out the most technology, which is free, and builds a team that duplicates that process, those people will make the most money in our system. And now that takes the sales out of the hands of the timid salespeople. We were asking people to do things that they were afraid to do. One of the biggest things people are afraid to do is speak in front of public and do sales. And now we've taken that out of the hands of them and put that over into the hands of the company. And I'll say this last piece too. One thing I know you've been fighting for in our industry, you've always said, if there was a way for us to have it where distributors can attract the customers, it would be the job of the distributor to get the customer, but it would be the job of the company to woo the customer and keep that customer for the lifetime of them being in the business. And so no one ever really bought the concept for whatever reason, but now because of you in the seat that you're in, you're able to spread your wings and put that concept into place. And it has turned out to be one of the biggest things that we've ever done in our career. And I'm super excited about making that choice to run with you here with Ivan.
Awesome. No, I think that's great information. If I can just chime in here myself, I want to share something with our audience and kind of tell you a little bit about why that's so significant, what Edwin talked about. You know, sometimes you get so used to doing things one way that you think this is the way it should be forever. But this is why, you know, innovators and visionaries come and it's called disruption. This is why you'll find people like Elon Musk who disrupted. This is why you'll find, you know, the Mark Zuckerbergs who's disrupted an industry. This is why you found people like Travis Kalanick, Jack, who disrupted with Uber, and Jack Ma with Alibaba, and many different companies that have completely disrupted an industry. It wasn't our goal to disrupt for the sake of disrupt. It was our goal to create something that was the future and no longer the past. Let me give you an example. all of you here today, if you can think of the top 5 companies in the world today, think of them. There are people like Uber, companies like Facebook, companies like Google, Alibaba, all of those type of companies are the top companies in the world. My question to you is, how many sales reps do they have? Even Apple, somebody said. How many sales reps do they have? 0. If you can think back 15, 20 years ago, your top companies like IBM, Chrysler, Walmart, they were all generated based off of sales reps. Why? Because back then, the purpose of sales reps was to give the customer all the information that would lead a customer to buying, because customers had no other place to go get the information on a product. So when I would come before and sell this product, if it was iBoomerang water before, I would have to tell you all the benefits of iBoomerang water, where it comes from, and all of that stuff. But here's what has happened. Today, ladies and gentlemen, when I come and sell you my product and tell you all the great things, you no longer have to rely on my pamphlet, or you no longer have to rely on my information. You pick up your cell phone and you go right to the cell phone as I leave your house, and you Google all the information on the ingredients of my water. And what you'll find is that not only can you find the same water somewhere else, you'll find the same ingredients right down the street, 70% cheaper. And you'll also find my water on other sites such as Amazon and eBay. And so what we wanted to do is to take that issue out of the industry, whereas we want our customers to go to the internet. We give them a piece of technology and say, go look up the hotels, go look at any other comparisons. You can't find our hotel prices cheaper on Amazon. You're not going to find it cheaper on Google. So what we've done is we built a model around what customers normally do today. And I saw a point in time where my income was going down, down, down. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying hard. It was because I was using dial-up internet, basically, from a technology, and a T1 connection or a high-speed environment. It just doesn't work. And so thanks, Edwin, for talking about that. I want to go now to Jose Luis Rivas, and I'm just going in order of just things that I think would be appropriate here, and I'll get to everybody at least twice here. And I want to kind of rapid speed go through some of these things. But Jose Luis, I want you to talk about the international appeal that people are having, because you probably got the most diverse organization all over the world. And who is this working for? And I want you to tell people, and be very candid, is this working for only the experienced network marketer? Is this working for people who just only love technology? What's happening? What do you see going on right now, and the level of interest that people are having in comparison to what you experienced before?
Thank you, Mr. Buggs. Hello to everybody. Well, I'm going to be very brief. Like everything was telling, there's people that love to sell. There's people that love to talk in public. I'd rather sell than talk in public. So the thing is, I'm from Mexico, as you can hear my accent, and right now my home is all over the place, all over the world, and I've seen something that is similar in Mexico, that is similar in the USA, that is similar in UK. There's people that want to live better. There's people that want to travel all around the world, and there's people that want to have freedom. And I don't care if you're Chinese, if you're African American, if you're Latino, I don't care. Everybody wants to have a better life. So I've been seeing everywhere. You can see the prices. You can go into our iGo platform. You can find amazing discounts. But the thing is, like Cesar was telling previously, that either you join a business as a customer or as a TSA, everybody gets the benefit to save money, and that is just absolutely out of this world. When people is like, okay, I live here in Europe, and can I do business from my desk in the US? Sure, you can. This is a global company with technology people can benefit from each country everywhere in the place. So this is something unique we have here, and people benefit with this. So the thing is, when the concept of get paid when you save, still up till today, still today, I cannot sleep. I was since you told me, Mr. Buggs, about the brief, about the opportunity, I haven't been able to sleep 4 hours on a row. I wake up and I said, who do I call now? Who do I think can benefit with the savings? Who you think this is crying and looking for opportunity? So that's what I think globally, wherever you are, whenever you are, if you have access to a computer, if you know somebody that wants to benefit about travel or savings, then that's the person you need to talk to.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll be coming back to you. I got some other questions for you. I want to go now to Johnny Wembry. First of all, I want to say just welcome to the iBoomerang family. And guys, we don't have time to share the story right now, but it's an honor to have you as a part of this company, because the friendship that we've had for so long, we have never talked about building network marketing together. I think that's what kept our friendship so good, is that we get together and we were relieved that we didn't have to talk about MLM, and we only talked about other businesses and travel the world together. But there's something I want you to share on this call, and I want you to talk specifically about what you recognize here, not necessarily from my standpoint, but from your standpoint when it comes to leadership. And what was the itch that you had that obviously iBoomerang scratched for you? Because here you were, one of the world's most sought after network marketing, motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, trainers. You made millions of dollars in the industry of network marketing. You're pretty much set. You could have sat around and just really not have to do anything outside of other businesses, and your life was golden. I want you to talk about leadership and maybe what did you see, and maybe anything else that you saw that was attractive as a leader in this industry of network marketing that made you want to be a part of iBoomerang.
Thank you, Holton. I appreciate that. And, I'm extremely honored because, this is home for me. And, ditto on what Ed Haynes said. I want one of those shirts that you're wearing right there for the vibe. But, I'm humbled right now, a bit emotional because, when you know that you're at the right place at the right time. I've been in situations where I thought I knew. And I've also been in situations where I was at the right place at the right time. And that was part of my character building. That was part of the process of building Johnny into the leader that he needs to become in order for me to take people to the next level. So where I come from in the industry, we met back in, I think, the year 2000 or 2001. And when I joined the industry, I was 25 years old. And I had no idea what was ahead of me. But I knew that if I attached myself to the people who outfought me, it would help me, catapult my career, not knowing that I would end up where we are today. I have generated into the, well over $1 billion into the travel space in the last 10 years. So I know the travel space in terms of network marketing or multi-level marketing and travel together. I am not here because I think iBoomerang is a travel company. That is not why I'm here. Be very clear about that. I am here because of what iBoomerang is building to become. I see the vision, and I understand that the vision is greater than anything that I've ever seen before. I love the fact that we're leading with travel because travel is simply sexy. That is a pitch that I have mastered in the last 10 years. That is a pitch that I've duplicated in over 40, 50 countries around the world, raising up leaders and helping people to establish themselves in this industry under the umbrella of travel. And someone said it before, you know, to me, this is the Netflix that took Blockbusters out. And it doesn't mean that Blockbusters was a bad company. They just weren't paying attention. It doesn't mean that Blockbusters didn't deliver quality videos and movies. They did. As a matter of fact, Blockbusters had more movies. They had more entertainment than Netflix had. They just weren't paying attention. They were the dog wagging the tail. Netflix became the tail that wagged the dog. We don't see that a lot in any lifetime. I believe that iBoomerang is that lifetime opportunity that's going to be the tail that's wagging the dog. And the dog is network marketing. The dog is, you know, multi-level marketing. The dog is direct sales. So for the first time in the history of network marketing, we are seeing a company that has the power to wag the dog. That has never happened. So the answer to the question is, I'm here because I feel safe. I feel safe. I feel like my children's children are safe by making this decision. Would some say that it may be a setback to obvious what people don't know? Yeah, I can see why people would say Johnny made a crazy decision. Well, think about crazy people that you respect, historical figures. They're never celebrated in the midst of looking crazy. Like, they're not celebrated in the midst of, you know, all the naysayers saying it's not going to work. Nobody is celebrated in the midst of hell. I can see the other side of hell. I can see the light that I'm walking towards, and it's called iBoomerang. I feel safe, Holton, because for 19 years, you are the only friend that I have on the planet. I know a lot of people. I would go so far as to say that most multi-million-dollar earners, and I'm talking about consistent, not one-time multi-million-dollar earner in 1 year. I'm talking about people who have like a decade of ongoing annual million-dollar commission, hundreds of millions of dollars of production and network marketing. We pretty much all know each other, or we know of each other. And I'm saying this publicly with everybody that I've ever met in business for 19 years, Holton. You've never lied to me. You told me the truth and it hurt, but you never lied to me. You have never manipulated me. You've never, ever even tried to recruit me. As a matter of fact, you have protected me in another house that you didn't even build. That's integrity. You protected me from my own thinking 3 or 4 years ago when I was ready to light it up. And you calmed me down with no financial incentive. You could have easily said, man, listen, come join me if you're tired of that. But you didn't. You calmed me down and you said, Johnny, go be faithful. Do what you know that's right. And I appreciate that for that. So in terms of leadership, to this point in my life, I have never felt so safe. I'm 44 years old. I'm a $1 billion revenue earner in the network marketing space. I've built organizations with customers database that has added up to over 1 million customers and representatives in my past. But I feel safer today than I have ever felt before as a network marketer. I truly believe that this is legendary. Was I nervous to make the decision? Yes. Was I scared? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. But I'm thinking about my children. And I'm thinking about my children's children. I don't want to miss the giant of an industry that I'm respected in. Like I'm not respected in the automobile industry. So missing out on Uber wasn't a big deal to me. I'm not respected, you know, as an investor. So yeah, did I miss out on, you know, the coin phase and all that stuff? And yeah, I missed out on a lot of phases and a lot of industries. but I'm not respected in those industries. I'm respected in the network marketing space. I'm respected in multi-level marketing. I'm respected as a speaker. I'm respected as a best-selling published author. I cannot miss the #1 industry that I'm respected in. I can't miss the future of where we're going. And that's why I'm here. I'm here because I know the leader and I know the visionary and I know where we're going. And I didn't join for where we are today. I'm joining for what my children's children will experience in the future. Thank you, Holton.
You know, I always say Johnny will get unhinged, and that's a good thing. So I never know what to expect when it comes to him, but I do know what to expect. I always expect something from the heart, something that's always going to be Johnny. And that's one of the things I can always say is that Johnny is always going to be Johnny, and there's never been an amount of money or anything that has made him be anything other than who he is. And so those of you who are meeting him for the first time, welcome to iBoomerang again, one of our newest Blue Diamonds. I want to go over here now. I want to go to back to Karen Hersher, and specifically to Karen. And I want you to talk, dovetail on the piggyback off of Johnny. And when it comes to what we call the it factor, I want you to discuss a little bit here. Take about, if you could do it in about 90 seconds, no longer than 2 minutes, as we're going to be wrapping up a little bit. And I know some of you are at work, and we're not going to shorten the call for that because this call will be recorded and you can come back and listen to it. It's going to be on our Facebook here with iBoomerang. But I want you to talk about the it factor. The I, what does the it factor mean? The I and the T. I want you to talk a little bit about LU, loyalty, unity, and edification. And what does that mean? Because we can give you features and benefits about products. There's other companies that have our same platform. We're not saying we're the only one. There's, since we've started, there's probably 50 companies who started and said, we want to be like iBoomerang and we want the same platform. But having our same platform is no different than buying a purple and gold jersey, put number 23 on it, and thinking that you're LeBron James. It doesn't work that way. There's the reason that he's who he is because of what's in the inside. Talk about the inside of iBoomerang from the leadership. Take me out of it from the leadership standpoint and what you've experienced. You've been around this industry forever. Karen, talk about that if you don't mind.
Okay, be happy to. So what I have experienced is a level of authenticity and a level of genuine wanting everyone to win, which is very unusual in this industry where there really is one team. It is iBoomerang, one team. It doesn't matter who you're down. Oh, I like that picture. It doesn't matter who we are all equal. We will help each other. I will tell you that every single person, every single diamond, every single person on this call has helped Peter and I on three-way calls and meetings, and they get no financial benefit from it. They are truly here to help everyone win. And what I've noticed also, and to piggyback on what Johnny was saying, I just this morning enrolled a guy that is a senior vice president of a very large insurance company. He's making money. He doesn't need to be in network marketing because he's trying to get out of debt. He's good, but he sees what is planned, the vision of this company. He sees the leadership involved, that we are all capable of taking it to the next level, including obviously led by you, Mr. Buggs. And he bought into it like that. And he's not a typical network marketer. He's a businessman that saw this is a true business model with legs and potential and something that has never, ever been done. And it didn't take him, how long? 15 minutes to see the vision. And when you can present that and then have the support of everybody on this call and then other people that are not on this call that pick up the phone when we need it and do three-way calls with us and support women. I will tell you the other thing too. Now, I know you only gave me 2 minutes, so I'm going to hurry, but you know, this is my favorite topic. Women are so supported in this industry and specifically in this company, because a lot of times in the corporate environment and traditional, workplace, women have to put their game face on. They have to hide their feminine traits and almost make yourself smaller. This industry, specifically in this company, those feminine traits are encouraged: collaboration, nurturing, support, authenticity. You can be yourself. And we're not talking about traditional selling skincare or cosmetics. We're talking about being empowered in a technology company, and not just empowered, but celebrated. So speaking to the ladies, this is, you really can have it all in this company. And you have the support of women like me, Mrs. Buggs, and the other women, the other diamonds, the other leaders. We are in it for you. We will do everything we can to help you get to the level that you want. Boom. Awesome. Thanks, Karen. I'll be coming back to Peter here. I want to go back to our GMA. I want to go back to Edwin Haynes here. And what I want you to talk about is the significance of the PRIB. Just take a couple moments, talk about the PRIB, because people don't know what the PRIB really is. And they're probably wondering, why is this company called like Boomerang and he's got on a shirt that says Vibe and everybody wants his shirt? So I want you to take us into the PRIB and what's next, some of the next models that we actually are launching, but why is the PRIB so significant that it doesn't confuse our messaging, whatever it is that we want to market in our company? Tell us what the PRIB is and how it works.
Oh, perfect. And Mr. Buggs, you have the perfect picture behind you, because the PRIB is rotating behind you. As you say, Apple has Siri, and Amazon has Alexa. We have the PRIB. The PRIB is real here. And what that simply means, and what you came up with the concept and we've bought in wholeheartedly with, is the perpetual residual income builder. This was the game changer here. And what you heard Mr. Wimbury talk about, and as well, saying that he didn't start because of travel. He's very familiar with that industry, but just what, as Peter Hurst and Karen introduced the product to it, it was just the front door to what we're doing. It's just simply the front door to the bigger picture. The house of our company is the PRIB. The doorways in the first door and the front door is the travel, our iGo wholesale platform. But as I've been saying, my CEO and good friend, brother, and all that, he liked cars and homes and bought some shoes and clothes, but he's put that to the side. And not only is he got rid of that stuff, but he's changed his buying habits. He's been buying companies lately. And so recently, there was an acquisition of a rideshare company, which gave us another doorway into the PRIB. And the PRIB is a concept where a lot of people think we are a travel company, we rideshare, whatever. Mr. Buggs, I'm really seeing this as a big data company. We're just redistributing technology right now with the system that we have. And the doorway into the PRIB is where you're going to be able to put your customers into a system that we're going to be able to help grow the buying habits of your customer. So what is the Vibe Rides? Vibe Rides is a company that was just recently purchased, where we're going to release that, launch it on December 6th. And it's a rideshare company that we're going to have. And so now a person, just like we were saying with Uber, we've spoken that into existence, as I said before. We'll be able to give away our app and technology for rideshare, and people all over the world eventually will be able to utilize as a choice for rideshare our own Vibe Rides in our company. So that means now every time a customer takes a ride utilizing the rideshare, you now make a commission or make a bonus from those customers as well. The other thing that we have is coming from that purchase is a mobile phone service that we're looking to release in the first quarter of next year as well. So 3 doorways into the PRIB that you can have your customers get involved in our company. The other part of it is, Mr. Buggs, what you told me was say, you know what, I want to make sure our distributors have 3 different types of income. And I said, what is that? You said, I want them to have a yearly income. And they can do that because maybe a person is traveling once a year. Some people travel more often, but once a year, let's just say from a customer on your iGo platform. The other thing, you can have a monthly income. You say, I want them to have something that will be produced on a monthly basis as income for our distributors. And now we have the mobile phone service. Now that means they pay a monthly fee, service fee, and you can make a commission with that unlimited plan that we're looking to put out in very soon. But the other thing is, on a daily basis, I was just in New York, I was in Denver, I was over in Florida, and I use rideshare multiple times a day. So that means now there's a potential for daily income. Yearly income, monthly income, daily income. Just in those 3 verticals alone, those are multi-billion-dollar verticals that we have in-house with our company. But here's the big picture. And remember, those are the doorways into the crib. Now that's your customer for life, and those customers become your asset. That means you have something that can appreciate now. And the way that we can grow the spending habits of the customer is what we're looking to do is take the data analytics system that Mr. Buggs is investing in as a company. And with the data analytics now, we'll be able to monitor the customers. We have over 250,000 customers, active customers that are in our system in about 7 months that we've been in business. We have a goal to put 1 million customers in our company by March. It's called March to 1 million. That means you, as a person, a TSA or a distributor, however you want to term it, can bring as many customers between you and your team into the company. As we said it before, it's your job to get the customers. It's our job to keep the customer. What are we going to do with them? Just like any other up-to-date technology or up-to-date company, they know their customer. We're going to know our customers the same way. Amazon knows their customer. Uber knows their customer. Facebook knows their clients. Everybody knows their customers. And what we're going to do is use the data analytics to monitor the purchasing habits of those customers and take our own trained professional marketing team. And now they will be able to monitor other services that they're looking for. And that gives us now unlimited potential to market other services that you may not see on the front end, but the marketing team is going to sell for you on the back end according to what your customers are looking for. It can be a number of things. We hadn't settled on these things, but maybe out of the 1 million customers, they're looking for movie tickets. Maybe they're looking for, I don't know, insurance. They're looking for whatever it could be. But because we have the buying power, we now can sell them those products or services that they are looking for at a lower price because of the buying power. And when that transaction is made from the marketing team, the person that acquired the customer gets the credit for that sale as if they made the sale. And see, that was unique. There's no other company, no other industry I've seen where you had a chance to participate in such an operation where your customers that you acquire for free can grow in value without your involvement. And that's the power of the crib. And so that's what the crib is all about.
You know what? I couldn't have said it better. I mean, I know you present probably more than anybody in this company. So I know you've been saying this over and over and over and presenting this like crazy. You know, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing here, to piggyback on what Edwin talked about, is we set some goals here. And as he mentioned, the companies that we've acquired, and there's more on the way. We were just meeting with our team last night, and we said what we have to do, because so many companies are coming to us, is we have to establish 1 day a month just to allow everyone to come in and present their ideas to us. It's almost as if iBoomerang and our executive team has become the Shark Tank of network marketing, and they bring their ideas, their concepts, because everybody wants to put their product in our crib, because we found a unique way to get customers access to it without our distributors being confused about what to sell. So we won't have ambassadors out just, hey, I got to go sell rideshare, or I got to go sell travel. They don't sell anything. They promote the crib, they get access to customers, give them that environment, and then our team actually does all the selling for them. We put together some goals, and we're looking to produce 1 million transactions per day. Okay, 1 million transactions per day. Now, when we say March to a million, that's a million customers that we'll have in March. But by the end of 2020, going into 2021, we're putting enough in place so that we'll have 1 million transactions per day going through our crib. And when you look at that, every time a transaction takes place, somebody who's above those transactions is getting paid. So that's unprecedented, it's unheard of in terms of how we're doing it. And so I'm very excited about that. I want to go right now, and I want to shoot another question over here to Cesar Munoz. And Cesar, you know, I want you to talk about your personal experience using the Prib for the travel first, and then I want you to talk about what do you see the vision specifically for people in Latin America, because and all over the world, because there's people who only make a small income, and when you look at rideshare, they're able to, you know, what's their ability to join a company and how long will it take them to become full-time to replace that income? And what kind of opportunity does that open up? Talk about some of the discounts that you've received, and then what you see for people in Latin America for this opportunity and all over the world.
Thank you very much, Mr. Holton. Yeah, first of all, I remember when we were talking about iBoomerang, but I didn't know that the name that was in February, and I remember that you give me the opportunity to use your platform. So the first thing I do, I say I have to use the platform, because if I really for a fact that I want to join the company, but that was in February. I didn't know nothing about the compensation plan, even the name, nothing. I only know that you have the technology. So what we did, we went to Los Cabos. We went to Los Cabos. We went like 4 or 5 days, and we saved like $400. $400, and I have been going to Los Cabos for the last 6 years because I have organization there. So I always stay at the same hotel, and this time I get $400 discount, but also they give us an upgrade. And I asked them, why do you give us an upgrade? And the guy told me, I don't know. He says, here say that you have an upgrade. Oh, okay, I take it. So we went to another part of the hotel that is an exclusive part. They give us breakfast and other things. That was the first experience that I have. So for example, in the last 8 months, I have been in more like than 50 cities, more than 10 countries, several times. And all my trips, I do the reservations in iGo. So in the last 8 months, I have never had any bad experience with the platform. So that gives me too much confidence to recommend. 3 weeks ago, we went to Cancun. I went 1 week because it was my mother's birthday, and we went 1 week there. And also when we get to do the check-in, they give us an upgrade. And we ask them, why do you give us an upgrade? Oh, just because here say that you have the opportunity to do an upgrade for free. Okay, I take it. So what I'm trying to say is that for the last 8 months, I have never had any bad experience with the platform. That gives me too much confidence to recommend the platform. The other thing, you know, I used to work as an engineer. I was 22 when I get graduate. At 24, I had my master, and in that time I earned 12,000 pesos. That right now is $600. Okay, in that time was like $800 as an engineer with master. So the average people in Mexico earn like 400 or 500 per month. Average people. So imagine if only with customers, if you teach the people, give the boomerangs, only with customers, you can have a people earning 500 or 1,000 per month without a network, only customers. But imagine when we start with the buy ride, with the bull mobile, or even there is many people that when they join to network marketing, their mindset change. So they don't want to work for anybody more. So they can drive a buy ride, promote, bring more drivers, promote and bring more customers. And I think here in Latam, it's very easy that the people in the first month make 1,800 here in Night Boomerang. So we don't recommend that at the first month they quit the job. But what is very easy to the people to replace the job earning, because only 5% or 10% of the people earn in their job more than $1,000. Almost 90% is less than 1,000 per month. So it's very easy to replace. That's what happened to me. I didn't have any experience 8 years ago, any experience in network marketing. And in 7 months, I was earning 3 times more that I used to earn as an engineer. You know what? That's $1,500, but when you say 3 times more, it looks like better. In 7 months, I was earning $1,500, but without experience. And to make $500 as an engineer, I have to go to the university. I did the master. I have working 4 years as an engineer, and here in network marketing only in 7 months. So that's why I'm very excited about buy ride and everything, because we will have many people not only earning money for the network, also for driving in buy ride.
Awesome. You know, that's an amazing story, and it's exciting to see that. I'm going to start wrapping it up and kind of go into how we get started and stuff like that. And I want to turn it back over to real quick to Jose Luis real quick. And I want, between him, I'll have him and Peter do this together. We'll do something unique. All right. I want to talk about one of our unique products that we have that's amazing. It's called iBoomerang. It's called the Weeks program. Okay. And I believe Jose Luis is probably, you know, he's homeless right now. He's one of the richest homeless people that I know. He'll tell you why he's homeless and how he's living, you know. And then we're going to pop up on the screen, and I want you to tell us between you and Peter. Peter gets so passionate about this, and when people see this, they can't believe it. They can't believe it. But I personally would have joined this company just to have access to what we're about to show people right now. So, Jose Luis, tell us why you're homeless and how you're living and where you're living. And then I'm going to pop up some Weeks on there, and Peter will explain what the Weeks program is.
Thank you, Mr. Buggs. Yeah, like you said, been using and testing the products, checking. Somebody had to take the risk, so I decided to go. Being right now almost 100 days out of my home, trying the product, and the reason is this opportunity. Your vision was so great. It's just like John was telling. I trust like for me, it's like you have this and I have to follow. So we started working all over the place. In the last 100 days, we've been in almost every continent in the world, and always using the platform. And it is just like you go here and you can save while you stay in beautiful resorts. Like the other day, we were like in Paris, and you said, okay, guys, let's book in this beautiful hotel in Champs-Élysées, and we saved like $250 each. We were like a bunch of diamonds over there having fun and obviously sharing the opportunity with this. So the product works all the times. And if you are like, okay, let me go right now. I mean, we're gonna have an event tomorrow here in a city in Mexico near Cancun 2 hours away from Cancun, this beautiful hacienda. I cannot show you around because it's so beautiful, but there's no internet connection. So I'm locked in this room but the hacienda is just a luxury resort, and we got it with so much discounts and so much discount. And after this, I'm going to Cancun to a week program that we can get it like in another website. I got it like $400 less, and same rooms, same hotels, same. When we started, like when we were thinking, the first thing, of course, that like you said, we're using this platform. I cannot believe these prices. So there's this curiosity, like you said. There's like when the first time you took over, like, will this thing work? Will the room come with windows? I'm gonna, I don't know, sleep in the I don't know, room, or I don't know. It's gonna be like I have to bring my own flea, and I don't know. It was very, very scared. Like I remember the first time I take an Uber, it was just like not easy. So we decided, and I arrived to the hotel. Of course, you send me this website, and I trusted. So we bought the hotel. I remember my first trip was to Vegas, to MGM, and I got this beautiful room. Even I got an upgrade. I don't know why I got an upgrade, and it was just like the curiosity came to the confirmation that it does work, and it does work. And then right now I use it with my eyes closed. Never ever have a problem, never ever have a challenge, and this is just saving money while we travel. And right now the opportunity is too big. I cannot be at home. I cannot be missing this. I moved to Canada, where I don't. Canada was not my place. They were not my friends. So I'm visiting all my friends all around the world. Guys, this is my disclaimer. Don't do. I have the money. I can do it now. I can travel. You don't have to do this. Of course, you want to do this, and you need to do this. This is amazing. But start first. Become the first one in your neighborhood. Become the best one in their neighborhood. Become the best one in your city. Become the best one in your county. Become the best in your city, in your state, in your country, and then start traveling all the world, trying the product. But start from home. Start when your neighbor in the left knows about this. Go to your neighbor in the right. When they know about this, go to your neighbor in front and start working your way through this. It is amazing, an amazing opportunity. So I don't want to take time from you, Peter and Karen. I give it up to you so you can explain, my man, my friend. Thank you for your vision, brother, as well. That's why we're here, my man.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jose Luis. You know, for those who are out there, I know we had a couple of questions. People were asking, what do they mean by platform? He's talking about the iGo website. Okay, so when we say platform, we're talking about a search engine platform, membership platform that each person will get. We call it iGo, or it stands for I Go for Less. This is where all of the membership-based discounts, deep discounts are. And Jose Luis has been able to live the last 100 days without a house, using the iGo platform everywhere he goes. It's just using the iGo. We have another gentleman who moved from Russia, moved from Hawaii, and the last 100 days he just goes around and he finds deals that we call weeks. So Peter, I want you to explain weeks here. I want you to just kind of wrap that up really quickly. We're going to give them some visuals. I think our team is going to put some on the screen here. Explain the weeks program, if you don't mind, Peter.
Oh, I'd love to. And by the way, Karen and I take our responsibility of testing our product very, very seriously. You know, this is the real deal. That's a responsibility. So these weeks, we have weekly stays all around the world. Of course, throughout Mexico and throughout Orlando, it's really popular, but literally all around the world. And I want to just give one example because we pulled it up just recently. A luxury resort in Las Vegas for $250, not for the night, not for the person, but for 2 people for the entire week. And actually, it could have been up to 4 people. I think in that case, it actually could have been up to 6 people for the entire week. And throughout this platform, you're going to see that we have a weeks button. You put it in, you put the city in, and it is shocking. So again, take your responsibility of testing your product seriously. you know, it's a little tougher. We don't know we're not experts in science on nutrition, or Karen may be on skincare, but I'm certainly not. But with this, it's our obligation to become an expert
On travel.
on travel. So we take it seriously. Thank you, Mr. Buggs.
Awesome. Absolutely. You know, if you saw the screen, guys, those were some, we've got like hundreds and probably even over 1,000 weeks that are available. And what we mean by that is that this is this inventory, and what you see on the screen is 4-star, 5-star places around the world. And quite a few of them are what we call all-inclusive, whereas you can go there, your food, your tax, your tip, your gratuity, everything is included. All the drinks you want, all the food you want, you leave your wallet at home. And I've seen some of these weeks at 5-star resorts that you go there, it's 8 days, 7 nights. And for that particular unit, I mean, that resort where you are, that can hold sometimes up to 4 or 6 people, you're paying $350. Some are $600, some are $299, some are $800, but this is for an entire week, 5-star resort, all food included, all drinks included. And so we're offering something that's a major benefit. And guess what? Our customers can actually access these weeks, and you actually get paid on it. And what we've done differently, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're the first company out there in the industry, and we have an exclusive agreement with our provider that we're the company who can actually take the savings, because we give the customer half of the savings that are available, and we take the rest of the savings and we're able to pay commissions on the savings. Whereas it's actually illegal in the travel industry to try to have a person book travel and through IATAN, take that IATAN commission and pay multiple people who wouldn't have been qualified or certified as actual travel agent. You can't do it. The money can only go to one person. Here, we found a way to be able to pay out of the savings, and we pay multiple people. And not only do we give you savings and pay commissions out of it, we also give reward credits and reward points. Whereas a lot of companies or some companies who model themselves after us, they can give you credit so they can get points, but they're not allowed to pay the commissions. And that was one of the things that really set us apart as well. I want to start wrapping up about how we, you know, from a compensation plan standpoint. I don't want to go too detailed into it, but I do want to bring Johnny Wembry on here real quick. And I want to talk, Johnny, just give a simple explanation as to what you saw in terms of a limitless plan. And can the little guy make some money, even from savings? If a person never recruited anybody, can they make money here? But also from somebody who's looking on, who wants to really have a bigger income and lifestyle, is it available for them to build and not get demotivated with our compensation plan?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you're singing my song right now. I've been in compensation plans where I've been capped on a monthly basis for over 8 years. So 8 years, I hit the max, and there was nothing I can do on a monthly basis to create more residuals under that cap. So it's almost like I became a slave to my own success, if you will. What I'm seeing here, you know, just right off the back, you know, when you first told me you're starting your own company, I'm like, okay, let me get a spot. I'll see you in a couple of years. And then I had, you know, a good friend of mine, you know, Clay Fishman, you know, hit you up and say, hey, you know, I want to be under Johnny if Johnny's going to be joining the business. And I've seen, you know, people starting to build, and I'm going to look at it and I'm seeing the production that they're creating. And I'm used to seeing, you know, you have to build left team and right team. And that's the absolute only way you can make money in a binary compensation plan. I am seeing people in this comp plan. And I've seen people, and I just mentioned one name that I used to, you know, I was in his team, you know, 17 years ago in a whole nother company. I am seeing people who have been, you know, full-time in network marketing for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, making more money in 1 week here than they've had, you know, since 2015 or 2014. And these aren't rock star type networkers, if you will. These are individuals that are just getting started and have already not just, you know, replaced income from the past, but they've already gained, sustained, and even surpassed. For me personally, I don't really like talking about me because, you know, like you said, you know, I'm the unicorn in the industry that has been able to establish what most people dream to establish. And I'm not saying that in a bragging way. I'm saying that in a way so people understand, you know, my complaint about the industry, 99% of the industry doesn't care about my complaint. Like, nobody compares that you got a millionaire that's complaining they've been capped. Like, most people don't care about that. But for the first time ever, you know, I'm uncapped. And it's the compensation plan that you put together that I'm not just rewarded for my left and right team growing. I'm rewarded because of free customers. You know, I met you and Edwin Haynes in New York a couple of weeks ago, and it was my first time booking on my website. I was being honest with you. It was my first time booking. I didn't even know how to go to iGo. I like, how do you spell it? Is it I-G-O? Is it E-Y-E? I didn't know, and I'm just being honest with you. I've just been kind of distracted in the last like 6-7 months. And I went there and I think I sent Holton a screenshot of my savings. It was like $1,300. And I'm like, what does this mean? And I was gonna book it on American Airlines, or even, you know, I had elite status with American Express. I was gonna book it there just using points, but it was better with iBoomerang. It was better on, you know, iGo. So not only do people have the opportunity to make money on the level that they desire, people like me who desire no cap, this is home.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. I want to give it to Edwin right now about how to get started with iBoomerang, the different packages that we have, and we'll illustrate that on the screen while he explains it. I want you to just go through that, Edwin, and tell people what do they need to do to become a part of this family. I know we've been having an incredible call right now. I've been enjoying this. I can go all day, but I know unfortunately many of you can't. And so we're going to start wrapping it up, but I want people to know how to join iBoomerang. And then I've got a little closing surprise for you guys as well, and some parting words that I'll have for everybody who's on the call.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Buggs. Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the best I've been on, period. I can say that. Super excited about what's taking place. But in order to participate, one must choose one of the packs that I'm going to talk about. The first entry into our company is what you call our standby pack. The standby pack is $49.95 one time, plus your $49.95 monthly subscription to keep yourself active and to participate in the program. It's really our wholesale, what I call our wholesale kit. You just, if you liken this to a plane, standby is when you kind of about to get on the plane, you're hoping to get on, but you in, you know, somewhat, and you can reap some of the benefits here with our company. So what happens is you're going to get a customer version of the site. So you get 50% of the savings that's available at the standby level. You get 5 boomerangs, meaning that you can acquire 5 customers. You can send them the boomerang site and they can begin to book travel. You get 25% of any referral commission from any commission that's from the referral of travel to our travel agency of Extreme. So Extreme will book any of your group travels or things of that nature, and you can earn 25% of the commission. And you get a presentation platform that you can send out and customize for your distributor, for your prospects to view the presentation. You're also going to get a full accounting, I call it an accounting system, but an online management system to manage your entire business around the world and to keep that active. Again, it's $49.95 a month. If you choose to participate in the compensation plan, we talked a little bit about the dual team system. Mr. Wimmer just said it's uncapped pretty much with what we have in the back end. If you want to participate in that, you must choose one of 3 of the other packs that we have. This now gives you more participation into the program for your personal use and the ability to earn money at various levels. The first pack that you can do outside of the wholesale pack of a builder pack is what you call a coach class pack. It gives you the accessibility to personally use and get the discounts from hotels and car rentals. Flights are available to be booked, but there's no commission paid in flights. It's just slim in the travel industry, period, but we have it in our system for convenience. Our travel flights are most likely going to be just competitive with what's out there, but there's nothing to be paid in terms of commission. So I want to make sure it's clear, it's there for convenience, but any of the hotels, car rentals, you can actually benefit from the personal use and earning bonuses from your customers. You get 10 boomerang sites, and you're going to get 50% of the bonus that's due to you at the level of coach from the boomerang bookings of your customers. You get 10% override on your 2-team system, which is the binary system, and you have access to these luxury experiences, and that will be released to those people at Coach in what we call our general release of the wholesale luxury experiences. $250 one time plus your $40, about $300 to get started at the Coach Pack. The next level of experience in our company is the business class. You're moving higher into the compensation plan. With the business class, you're actually going to get everything that's in Coach, but now we're going to add cruises. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, the cruises are incredible. We have amazing deals. Wait until you hear some of the things we can do with cruises in addition to the other part of our platform. But now you get 25 boomerangs, meaning that you can give 25 people or customers a boomerang site, give it out to them. The boomerang site comes back to you in the form of money, and you make 100% of the bonuses that's due to you based on the bookings of the boomerang site. You get 12% instead of 10% in the dual team from building up your organization, and you're gonna get 1 week pre-sale notice of those luxury experiences that we have, and you don't wanna miss those experiences that we have with our luxury trips that's available to our TSAs. $500 one time, plus $550, which is inclusive of your wholesale kit to get yourself registered into our company. And last but not least is what we call our first class pack. You are first class, you deserve nothing but the best, and that's what iBoomerang has to offer you. You get everything that's in Coach, in business, and any and all other services. And I'm talking about including the weeks, the lifestyles, and all the things that we have. There's so many different things. I have people that's been taking excursions and all kinds of things that you can get at a very good, reasonable discount with our system. You get 50 boomerangs, ladies and gentlemen. That means you can now have 50 customers that you can actually give a free technology to. They can book their travel. You get 100% of the bonuses that are due to you. You get 15% in the dual team system from building up your organization. So instead of 10 or 12, you get 15%. And you get 2 weeks notice. That means you get to pick the top packages of what's available in our luxury experiences. It's $1,000 plus your $49, so $1,050. I tell people for less than a computer, and matter of fact, for less than the computer that I'm on right now, you can have a real business that can produce profits and absolutely change your life. And with these packages, each one of them, in order for you to become or continue to be active with all of your websites, web hosting, technology for presentations and everything that you have, inclusive of access to the Prib and to extreme travel, to book travel, all of these things are covered for $99 a month, only $99 a month to actually run a full-fledged business that, as Mr. Wimberly just said, that has potential of no caps if you're willing to work it. So Mr. Buggs, those are the packages that we have. Thanks for your vision. Thanks for letting me share, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ed. Well, you know, before I bring up a little surprise here and introduce you to a few people that we have that's here, and one who just drove in particular, I want to share with you guys that when I see the business offering that we have, it's one of the most fair concepts that I've had in my 29 years of experience. You know, as you join and become a member, or what we call an ambassador with a Boomerang, every person has a subscription fee. Okay, if you're in the United States and you have a coach to any of the packages, $99 per month. outside of if you've got just the standby. It's $49 a month. And some people ask, well, what is that for? I want to know what is that for? And I'm not receiving a product, and sometimes it's hard for them to grasp. Well, here's the thing I want to share with you about why and what's so significant about it. This technology and this product, Peter could tell you that we've sold it. It's been sold as much as what, $25,000, $30,000 to have access to this at some resorts. Here to start off at $1,000 and have $99 a month. It's not only for that product, but I want to give you a couple of reasons and a couple of different things that you have access to, and I want you to understand why before you even get started, because I want to address that now so that you really have a great understanding as to what does it really cover for you, and how does it really work. So if you look at it, I call it the anatomy of your monthly subscription. Well, number one, you have access to what we call the PRIB. The PRIB is something revolutionary that nobody in network marketing has ever done. We're the first, and you know what we hope? We hope many other companies follow our model. We hope that they follow this path because it's the right thing to do. Network marketing companies are so antiquated with making you do all the work, whereas your customers only stay for 79 days. Well, introduce your customers to the PRIB where they stay for life and they become your customers. And we use all the data analytics to go sell for you. So my question to you is, would you pay $1 a day to have a PRIB and all of this technology that's really costing millions of dollars that's going to be put into it, tens of millions of dollars at some point, that does all the work for you to build and make your customers an asset? The second thing that I want you to take a look at is for the PRIB is having access to have unlimited customers. You know, the problem with network marketing is that all of your customers, you know what your company's doing? The companies out there in network marketing are calling these customers, or distributors are calling them saying, hey, why don't you sign up as a preferred customer and I'll put you on auto ship for these products. And most of the products are overpriced. Well, your customers are free. We will never charge a customer to be a part and have access to our one of our leading products, which is our iGo platform. And you can have unlimited customers. So my question is, would you pay $1 a day or $33 a month so that your customers never had to buy anything? Okay. So now you're up to $66 with two of the three major aspects of what the PRIB is. The third is your iGo, your business tools, the access that you have there, and you having access to build your business, you having access to the deep discounts. And many people, in some cases, have saved more money on one trip than their total cost annually of their monthly subscription. I think Johnny probably doesn't know it, but he just mentioned it. I think he saved, what, $1,600? Was it $1,600, Johnny, that you saved on your first time using it? $1,300? Yeah, $1,300 on his first booking. And if you look at that, $99 a month after a year is $1,200. So he's already saved from his first booking. Cesar Munoz saved $400. Jose Luis is homeless, so he saves a whole lot more because he uses it every single day. So if you're ever wondering, okay, why is $99? That's what you actually get. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that we can't do all of this by ourselves. When starting this, there was a gentleman that I had a chance to be introduced to by Peter Hirsch, who had built a company for 18 years and a travel company. When you hear us talking about extreme travel, he just walked into the door, and I wanted a chance for him to say hello to you as well, because he was the CEO of Extreme Travel. He held that together for 18 years. And I can tell you, if he had not put that together and had the success, I would not be involved, at least right now, in this space. And so I want everybody to have a chance to see David Manning. David, aim at this camera right here, and they can hear you through my microphone. So I've got the mic in my ear. So say hello to everybody. This is David Manning, guy, CEO of Extreme Travel.
Well, I want to say hi to everybody. This made my trip so easy. You know, I tuned into the call, and I knew Holton would take care of the whole 3 hours. So I've been driving and listening, and you know, I'm going to tell a quick story because we've already heard how great this is. But I want to tell you what I look at over 18 years. I was on a cruise not too long ago. For those out there that have been on a cruise, you're going to know what I'm talking about. For those that haven't, you need to get on a cruise. But on a cruise ship, usually there's always a place where they'll have, you know, those puzzles that take like 1,000 pieces or 5,000 pieces. And all week, people will come by and put piece in, they'll find a piece and find a piece. Well, over 18 years, we had put a puzzle together. But on the last cruise ship I was on, they got down to the last piece, and they couldn't find it. So here's this puzzle with one piece missing, and it's not finished. And so everybody on the ship's looking for one piece of the puzzle. And that's the way Extreme Travel was. And guess what the piece was missing? It's this man right here. So we were able to take Holton Buggs, finish our puzzle, and then he added a couple extra pieces we didn't even know was missing. The crib, cash back on our boomerang, and the rest has been history. And, you know, I love coming down here. I can't miss lunch with this man. And look at me, I got some boom gear today, guys. I hit the jackpot. I got to see the new stuff over there. You better go shopping. But Holton, I just want to thank you. Peter Hirsch, I want to thank you and Karen for making this introduction right here. And Johnny, welcome. Can't wait to meet you. You're right there in my backyard, South Lake. I used to live in South Lake, so I'm over in Allen now. We got to get together for some lunch. But I told Holton yesterday, putting a big tour together for after the first of the year. 2020, iBoomerang's going to become a household name around the world.
Absolutely.
See you later, guys.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. You know, guys, in closing, I'll give you my last comments, and I'll introduce you to our team who've been here. David will come back with that team as well, so you can at least see their faces, because this has kind of been a production that we've had here, right? You should see them all working, all these laptops and all of this stuff to make it happen. But anyway, why should you get started? I want to share a little story with you here, and I want to close out here in less than 3 minutes here, so at the top of the hour. My first 7 years in network marketing was challenging. I never made more than $500 in any one month for 7 years, but I never quit, and I never doubted that one day I'd be successful. But I knew that when starting iBoomerang, I didn't want to build it for any of these people who were on this panel. I didn't want to build it for Jose Luis. I didn't want to build it for Peter or Karen, or I didn't want to build it for Johnny. I didn't want to build it for Edwin or Cesar Munoz, because they're professionals. They can do it. They're now professionals. I wanted to build it for you, for those of you who were just like me when I first got started. You know, there's a story I tell about the fish, the elephant, and the monkey. And the story symbolizes how network marketing has been. You know, I want you to imagine a professor trying to be as civil and trying to be as equal as possible, telling a group of students on a standardized test that he's going to create a test. And here's how that test will operate. He'll tell the fish, the elephant, and the monkey, he says, listen, to make everything equal, to make this an equal opportunity for everyone, which everybody claims in network marketing is, he says, I'm going to grade all of you or reward you or compensate you on how fast each of you climb the same tree. Because in the professor's mind, he's thinking it's the same tree, so it's equal. And many companies in network marketing, they think it's the same product, so it's equal for everyone. And after 29 years, I realized it wasn't. I realized where all of what I call the dead bodies were hidden in network marketing, because you only hear of the few success stories that are out there. The fish will look at the professor and say, hey, hold on for a second. Climb a tree. If I get out of the water, I'm going to die. The elephant looks at the professor and says, hey, listen, I can knock the tree over, but I can't climb a tree. I'm not built that way. I wasn't designed to climb trees. And the monkey says, hey, climb a tree. It's what I do every day. I wake up in the morning, I climb trees. I can do it in my sleep. I can do it with one hand. I can do it with my eyes closed. And those are the people you hear about in network marketing. You hear about the monkeys. You hear about people like myself. You hear about professionals who can sell any product in the world. And I said for the first time, the world needs a company who's designed for the fish and the elephant. And what you've just heard, ladies and gentlemen, through all of our panelists that we have, is you've heard a company that's finally designed for our fish, for our elephant. And not only have we designed a company, we designed a culture for them. In most companies, you can't take a reward trip unless you become one of those monkeys, unless you become one of the top producing people who build these teams. And what we do and what Edwin presented to you is we have our boomerang experiences, and guess what we allow? We picked the top destinations around the world, all inclusive, food, everything. Our last one we did in May, food, tax, everything included 5-star restaurant at the El Dorado, Cancun, and everybody could come. For 4 days, it was $500 total, not per night, total. And you didn't even have to be one of our ambassadors. You could have been a family member and you could come, because we want everybody to experience it. And for so long in network marketing, in 7 years, I watched people go to trip after trip after trip after trip, wondering, why can't I go? Because I wasn't, at that time, I wasn't a monkey. I was one of the elephants. I was one of the fish. And so we built the company for you. And I want you to know that's why we want you to become a part of this. And we invite you to become a part of our culture and our company. And I was just going to get everybody as some parting shots and come back over here.